How do you take a blank piece of paper and revolutionize an entire industry? Pioneers are sometimes misunderstood until one day the rest of the world catches on. This is something new, contrasting and significant. It laughs in the face of those who said they knew best and forces you, me, everyone to reevaluate where this industry is headed. But I might be getting a bit ahead of myself, so let's rewind. We're here for a rather special event in Austin where we're going to get to drive the Porsche 918 Spyder, their new hypercar, 887 horsepower. We're pretty excited by it. We're going to the Formula One racetrack. Right now we're getting in the Panamera SE hybrid to drive up there in full electric mode and then go and drive a hybrid supercar that costs almost $1 million. It should be a pretty fun day. "887 horsepower, that's what we're dealing with. And that punch derives from 3 independent power units, a 4.6-litre V8 from a Le Mans prototype, good for 608 horsepower, an electric motor attached to the rear axle along with the big V8 that adds an additional 156 horsepower, and another electric motor sat at the front producing a further 129 horsepower. And somehow all 3 motors work in complete harmony thanks to tens of thousands of lines of code and over 80 onboard computers. Top speed is 214 miles per hour, 0 to 60 takes 2.5 seconds, and 0 to 186 miles per hour takes just 19.9 seconds. Right, so the plan is that we get 6 laps as the 918 flies by, and God, that sounds good. But just 6 laps, and we get to go through each mode. We do 1 lap in full electric mode, we then go into hybrid, sport, race, and then hot lap for an all-out attack. All right, so we are driving now in the 918. We're actually heading out on track. Listen to that kind of whoosh. Gosh, that's... Oh, and there's the engine. So already we're going fast enough. But indeed, the engine needed to kick in. So we've not got full access to the power yet. This is just merely the starter setting. I've got to tell you, for a starter setting, that is fast. You've got regenerative braking in this car. So how you make that feel natural is beyond me. But they seem to have done it. It's something they had trouble with originally. Now we've been instructed to go into hybrid mode. So we've got the 2 electric motors, one on the rear axle, one on the front, and the 4.6-litre V8 working in harmony to kind of maximize fuel efficiency. And in electric mode, it's 67 mile per gallon. Engine itself does 22 mile per gallon, which is pretty crazy when you think about what kind of a car we are driving. Now we're in sport mode. Oh yeah, we got a little bit more power here. Steering is very good, electric steering. So naturally you lose some of the feel. No understeer, but a very neutral balance. Definitely when it goes, it goes. It's not too progressive. Revving to 9,000 RPM. Just leave it, and change up. Yeah, that's 150 mile an hour, and I'm backing off. Right, so now we're in race mode. The electric motors are doing nothing to help with economy here, they're just filling in the torque gap. Over 170 miles an hour right there in what seemed like just a couple of seconds. Braking is astonishing. Not gonna lie though, you do feel the weight. Now 3,600 pounds is not especially heavy. But for a hypercar like this, that's 600 pounds more than a McLaren P1 due to its electric motors and batteries. Porsche assure me that this is faster. It's faster with electric motors than without, regardless of the weight. The weight costs you 13 seconds at the Nürburgring, but the electric motors gain you 17. All right, now, hot lap, push the red button. This is every last little bit of electricity that this car has left. God, it's fast. Just listen to it. Yeah, this is something special. Yeah, this is something very, very special. With our on-track segment coming to an end and my mind completely frazzled, I figured it was time to take the 918 away from the racetrack and see how it performed in the real world. Very much a split personality, this car. The V8 engine's just clicked off and we're now back into full electric mode. So it's kind of sensed that it doesn't need to be running now, we can just use the electric motors. This is a everyday fuel efficient car, which is pretty wild. And we're just cruising along now and it feels very docile. And it's only when you turn the switch from sport to race, manual gear shifts, change down and then stand on it. And things change very quickly. Very, very quickly indeed. What I'm finding really interesting and something I hadn't expected is the level of technology within the car. The navigation, for instance, it has everything and more than any other luxurious car. You can scroll the internet, you can see the latest headlines on Yahoo. All these things I didn't anticipate in a hypercar like this. It's a very special vehicle, really is. My time wheeling the 918 was over, and I was instructed to return back to the racetrack and reluctantly hand over the keys. Honestly, I'm still trying to digest what I've just experienced. The technology is just astounding, how it all comes together, the job the engineers did. At the same point, that technology comes with a weight penalty, and part of me wonders what it would be like if you could take away some of that weight. But if there's one thing today I'm sure of, I've just driven the future. For Yahoo Autos, I'm Alex Lloyd.